Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. The Nations Cup continues. Towers of Doom is the map, and Team Russia goes up against Belgium today. The Belgium team lost previously in Group 1 against Italy, and now we have Team Russia going up against them. Russia already played against Turkey, and they just crushed them. Actually, it's not quite true. Sorry, I'm switching groups right now. But Russia very securely won their own series that they played in the group stage and is currently en route to claim the #1 spot in the group, which is pretty much where everybody has them pegged anyways. They are the high favorite to make it out in the pole position from their group, and it's gonna be an interesting match either way. I mean, the Russians, they have to of course also prove something here. Their team made it to the grand final last time. Granted, there have been some switches in players, but usually Russian teams still have in Nations Cup a pretty good standing there. And we'll see what they can pull off against the Belgian team. They are definitely the favorites here. So again, if you want to have additional information about the live streams that are coming up with the Nations Cup, not only the group stage but also the playoffs, you can head over to Khaldor TV. Website is now public and live, so you can use that to your heart's content. And in addition to that, there's also more information about the Nations Cup groups, for example, in case you're wondering which nations are playing against your team next, who is in those groups. We have 16 teams in total, 4 teams per group, so 4 groups. And yeah, in this one, Towers of Doom is going to be the first map of this best of 3 series. Bans against Hansa and Junkrat comes through right away. Alarak also locked down now as the first ban. And I wouldn't really be surprised if Belgium is taking Li Ming away or Anna away from the Russians, because they've been playing a lot with Anna and Li Ming, and Nenopi in particular. I mean, he is a monster, or proved to be a monster in the last game that they played. He literally just destroyed an opponent's team, no fucks given. The guy moved in and just wiped the entire team out. The biggest problem that he had was his mana pool, because at some point he said, like, guys, like, I'm running out of mana here. I'm getting kill after kill after kill, but there's only so much mana that I have. So Ice Cream locks down Johanna as the first pick after Abatha gets banned out in this series. And yeah, let's see. There's the Li Ming pick. Exactly. They take Li Ming away. Use the hero for themselves. I mean, obviously it's not only a denied pick from their perspective. She's a great hero either way. They haka for the global value on the map. So they're already coming with the strategy to use globals on Towers of Doom now. But let's see what Russia is going to pull up here. That's more so the question. Rhaegar. And Tacita. Oh. Yeah, now you have a bit of a weird question to answer. Tracer or Vala? Which one do you ban out now? Because with Tacita in, you know that they want to go for an auto attacker. So the 2 heroes that immediately come to mind are Vala and Tracer. You can pick one, deny the other. That's something that they could pull off now. But there's absolutely no way that Russia shows a Tacita pick if they are not 100% certain that they're at least getting one of the picks that they want here. So Anna gets banned out. And let's see if Belgium takes Vala just to deny to that composition. Or how they're going to play this out now. They could. They have Li Ming. You can add an auto attacker to that without any problem whatsoever. So that's definitely an option for them. Yeah, and you can tell that they're discussing this right now. Okay, so with that said, they also still need their main tank. There's ETC and Vala. Again, that was kind of to be expected. If you show Tacita the way that Farlander just did, then you need to see this one coming. So Tracer gets banned, Vala gets picked, and I don't believe that the team with the experience of Russia made the mistake of showing Tacita without having any idea of what's going on there. So they definitely have an alternative to Tracer and Vala that they are trying to run here. And my question is just simply, what is it? Because they are really waiting this out. Reyna, apparently. Alright, maybe they screwed up after all, because they took a long time to lock in those last 2 picks, and Reyna is not really the typical choice that you make with those 2. Can still work out, obviously, but let's see. Then again, Belgium, they didn't really seem like they wanted to go into Vala. This is more like a deny pick than anything else. I mean, they really hesitated a lot before they made that choice. Now they still need their support, and, well, Malfurion is up, so that would be a good one for them. Especially with ETC, of course. And it's Anduin instead. Alright. Anduin comes in. And now we have our lineup completed on both sides for game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Towers of Doom, ladies and gentlemen. Nations Cup with Team Russia going up against Belgium. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Team Russia against Belgium. Map number 1. Khaldor on Tacita. So Ice Cream on Johanna. Renella on Rega. Immortal on Leoric. And we have Nano P on Jimmy. Russians pausing the game. Actually, Khaldor took a suspiciously long time to load into it, so I assume that he's currently having some connection issues. Gives us some time to also introduce the Belgium team, of course. On the right side of the map, Chanel with Li Ming. We have Common Bear on ETC, Acid on Dehaka, and Tikanai on Anduin with Silicium on Vala. So overall, a really nice setup actually on the red team side. A bit surprising to me that they choose Anduin over, let's say, Malfurion. First of all, because Malfurion supplies great root follow-up after ETC gets a power slide, or Dehaka starts with a nice Tong engage. So they could play that one out. Anduin is, of course, nice if you want to get that save through the trade, but generally speaking, I think Malfurion would have fit that composition quite well. Could have also really helped the 2 damage dealers here a lot. I'm still a little bit flabbergasted what exactly we're going to see on the side of the Russians, though, because at this point, if you see that Tacita pick coming in, your thoughts immediately, as explained in the draft, go to Tracer and to Vala. And, well, Russia was obviously aware that there was a ban round coming, so one got banned out, the other one got taken away, and now they're playing this out with Reyna. And it seemed a little bit like they didn't really expect that to happen, because the pick into Reyna and Leo was quite late. Maybe we overinterpret that, and they were just running down the clock and chatted about the weather in Russia. Spoiler alert, snow, cold. Or they just really didn't expect that both of the heroes would be picked away, and then there was an internal discussion of what's going on, and, well, maybe Nano P come in and was like, don't worry, it's no problem, I play Arena, it's easy, just attack, or the attack and kill, you give me shield, I kill people, it's fine. And, yeah, no matter how that ended, the result is what we are seeing right in front of us now. So we'll see. At this point, we have, in terms of, well, level 1 talents, Leo actually moving topside with Consume Vitality over here. And at the bottom of the map, Acid is very likely going to use his global to jump topside again, because, let's face it, he needs to be the one dealing with Leo. Nobody wants to go up against the Spooky Ghost. I can understand that, but someone has to. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's look a little bit how Nano P is playing this one out. Ace in the hole is getting picked by him, that makes sense. You have Johanna on your side, you have Rega, you have Leo. There's a lot of slows available, so it's absolutely no problem to proc that talent continuously. And yeah, it shouldn't really be an issue for them. Top side. Immortal is already connecting these drains, which is exactly what he needs to do. And camps are taken. Talking camps, ETC should be the one really anchoring that play here. And Vala's just running around, I got this, boys, I got this! But with Rega, there's a bit more of a quicker setup for the blue team. The Russians definitely pushing this out. Now, there is obviously still this little bit of a conspiracy theory where everybody assumes, and, well, honestly, after the last Nations Cup, we have to say for good reason, that somehow there seems to be a bit of an inherent advantage that the Russian team has whenever they're playing in red. So when they go for the commonest colors there, they seem to just have a little bit of an advantage here, the red army moving through. We've seen this in the last Nations Cup, and actually in yesterday's games they also absolutely obliterated. Today though, they're playing blue. That might be a little bit of a problem here. We're gonna find out. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's true or anything, but I've heard it a few times and people are talking about it, so there might be something to it. But either way, dominance picked on Li Ming. Also additional sustain from Tacita, thanks to his level 4 talent. Could have totally seen armor again. For me personally, it's like one of these mixes. If you have Vala, then it's also the question, do you just want to go into extra armor, which can benefit your tank too, and the offlaner, other heroes as well, or are you more so looking to really supply your damage dealer with additional sustain? And with Tracer, it makes, of course, perfect sense to go into the extra life leech. With other heroes like, well, in this case, Jimmy and also Vala, I feel you have the choice between the two, and it depends a bit on what you're worried about the most. Now, the first few altars are coming up now, as we're seeing the setup at the bottom of the map right now. And, yep, there we have it. The channel attempt from Renella. Dehaka gets interrupted at the top right. And there's the interrupt, but maybe Vala just moved out a little bit too deep. Has to be super careful here. Nearly got taken down. The fight at the top right is, by the way, still ongoing. This is going to take a while, but it seems like the Haka has currently drawn the short straw here. Li Ming quite low, and Chanel has to actually tap at the fountain. And those shots are fired. They're trying to go actually for the full-on 3. Yeah, the Haka is getting absolutely stomped at this point. He's getting wrecked at the top. And now the rest of the team is slowly coming into... Oh, ho, ho, goodbye. No way. Insta-kill. Yeah, you can hide, but you can't run, baby. So, with this, we now have also a zone out. And guys, they're going for the perfect game here. The Russians have played an incredibly disciplined game in their first series that they played at the Nations Cup, and now they are trying to do the exact same thing to Belgium. They were aggressive, they were disciplined, and they really made sure that at any point they were just fully focused on this. The Haka, though, with a channel attempt. Oh, is that interrupt? Yes! Acid was just going for this and was saying whatever happens here. They are not playing, they're not taking us down with 40-0. This is not an A, baby. This is not an A. We're not going to lose without taking a single objective, and they interrupt him after all, just as he was about to grab it. All 3 altars claimed, and that's 40 points against 28 after the first rotation. With 2 kills, also a lead in experience by an entire level now from the Russians. They are looking great here. Absolutely fantastic. It's still early in the game, but that's some solid performance that we're seeing from them now. Yeah, top side, that's where Immortal is already starting to push the wave in even harder. Now Dehaka has to come in and deal with it. Again, camp taken, they're making the play down here, level ahead. No heroic abilities, so there's no actually engage yet. And Nano P, after we've seen him with some incredible plays on Li Ming, is now trying to showcase even more what he can do on an auto attacker. And even without Tassadar being around, he's doing fairly well here. 610 stacks, by the way, for Tassadar. First quest reward is in. He's looking at this point to claim the 1000 so that he can then also combo it off with the Psionic Storm on level 16 and carpet the floor there. Another kill attempt as they're going in, and nearly a kill. But at least the pumpkins make it through, and that drops the entire wall at the bell tower. 7 talents for both teams, which means telekinesis has now been upgraded a little bit. Teleport, sorry, no Alarak in here. Calamity, and the multi-shot build for Vala. Single altar, and with level 10, so close for Russia, very likely Belgium will have to give this one up. So, still ghosting around there a bit, but it's all about the heroic abilities right now. Nano P with a quick penetrating round, keeping the boys back, but there's a level 10s and now they just have to back off here. Yeah, and immediately they do. They were hoping to get a quick lock against someone, maybe a good power slide against Jimmy could have done the trick here. They are unable to do that. I am amazed that they are still sitting tight. There is no way you guys can pull that off. I am very sorry, but that's not working out. And Nano P gets another kill. You see, I told you, I easily get killed. You get me shield, I kill. I get right click and you make stun and everybody die. Easy top damage in the game, you see? No problem. Ah, Leoric, what are you doing? Why you have more damage than me? Teaka, dodge the drain. Dodge the drain. Don't you know what you're doing there? This is not good. This is not looking good for me. I need top damage. Teaka, dodge drain or Leo gets too much. Alright. 4 kills against 0, and there's the level 10 abilities. But guys, we're down to 24 points now. And Immortal, as we've just seen, is crushing the top lane because that guy is just connecting drain after drain and is killing them here. I have to say, again, the Russians are probably one of my favorite teams. They have been at the last Nations Cup. They are aggressive, they are disciplined, and for some reason they are just never shying away from a fight. Whenever they see an opening, they just go straight for it. And I mean, look at this. It's hyper aggressive again. Maybe even biting off a little bit more than they can chew because the Haka comes in. They're still fighting it out. Hyperion is in, and the Ancestral is a little bit too late. Oh god, Nano P goes down, and of course the complaints on the Russian side are real now. I can only imagine how he replies here. What are you doing? Why you don't give me shield? Where's Ancestral? Not coming through, not my fault. I would not kill anybody. You give me shield, you give me Ancestral, I kill everyone. Not my fault. Support's fault. Blame Rega. Yeah. blame Rega at this point. Rega actually went down too, not even a self-unstressful for him. God was of course reset to the small cooldown. But that's the ticket back into the game for Belgium. They haven't taken Bell Tower yet, but they could try and do that now. Immortal tries to get the level 13, and he does! Level 13 is in, there we go. And they of course try to interrupt this. They clearly want to go for the 40. They clearly want that. Dehaka, is he going to burrow to the left side and try to sneak one in, or how are we going to play this one out? They're starting to jump in again, and the kill! Moshpit interrupted, and now we have Anduin down, ETC down, and they're grabbing another bell tower. That's 20 points on the core. They're moving over to the left side and claim another altar. Uh-oh, 16 points, and the boss is up too. They're speedrunning. I honestly think that the Russians are just, it's pretty much they are pretty much just like sending in some advertisements for themselves, and they wanna be with games done quick, and they're sending in an application. They're saying like, you see guys, this is how quickly you can do Heroes of the Storm. You guys do that with single player games, that's pleb style. We do it multiplayer, in a multiplayer game, easy peasy, no problem. 40 against 12, does that count right now? In they go, Celium is on the run. I'm sorry, but you're running out of space, Vala. Well, they go in for Reina once again. Nice penetrating round. Nenopi is honestly just crushing it. Those penetrating rounds throughout the entire game have been absolutely on point. And he goes in again, gets pushed out by Li Ming. But 12 against 40 points. 7 kills against 2. And yeah, Reina has taken over. 27,000 damage over the 20,000 that we're seeing from Leoric. So apparently Dehaka is finally ducking those drains a little bit more effectively. But Acid is still having massive trouble here. It's 13 versus 13 talents, but you look at that bell tower and you definitely know what's up. We are having another invade here, double altar up, so, well, they're going for it. Yeah, they absolutely go for it again. And they give up the camp as the Hyperion gets pushed through. Dehaka come... Oh, Dehaka, hello? Half HP as he moves in. That nearly backfired hard. Minion wave comes in top. That should actually still be defended, so I don't think they can grab that yet. But this is going to be rough one way or another. Leo is already channeling the top. Nobody is even looking to interrupt. And Rega is also all alone at the bottom of the map, claiming another one. Double altar fired. That's 8 points off the core. We're down to 4, and it looks like ETC is going to fall as well. In comes Immortal, zones them off with the quick entomb. Immortal... Oh, he actually doesn't even die. What? Okay, finally Li Ming gets the setup. But yeah, you look at every single lane and every single bell tower has already taken serious damage. Every single one of them. I mean, just look at those bell towers. And there's only 4 points on the core. 16 talents are in. When is the boss up again? Boss comes through in another 2 minutes and 45. Yeah, we're definitely going to see another objective before that happens. And that's when they could make this the perfect game. The Russians, ladies and gentlemen, again making a statement here. Clearly telling everybody we are here to win this tournament. It's not only about the group, this is no time for memes, this is serious business. And yeah, so far they have been absolutely murdering it in the Nations Cup. Very impressive performance by them. And bell towers are going to fall here for sure. It looks like Leo is going to get the one at the top against Dehaka eventually, but down at the bottom of the map another one is about to drop too. In come the pumpkins, and this one is easily converted. And top side, Leo finally had enough with this apparently. Goes straight in, mace to the face, and in this case, mace to the bell, baby. Might fall for this. Actually, not even that is a problem. And they're going for the oh my god, they're actually, just as the 3 altars are in, they're going for the full control. Can they grab it? Yes, ice cream. There it is. The barrage is starting, ladies and gentlemen. The mosh pit comes in. The only question is, can Belgium channel at least one? 3 seconds left. Dehaka. The shots are fired too. Can someone interrupt? Can someone interrupt? And they pull it off. They pull it off. Ladies and gentlemen, 40-0 as Russia crushes game number 1 against Belgium. GG and well played. Game number 2, everybody. Yeah, apparently the Russians want to continue with the application for games done quick and go on Alterac Pass now. Now, it's a little bit misleading. You look at the map and you immediately think, oh my god, the Russians on the winter map. They've chosen the winter map. They have an advantage again. But it's not them choosing the map here. It's actually Belgium that said, listen, boys, we got this. We go into Alterac Pass. And yeah, Russians, super efficient, ruthless. They go into these games, they crush them, they just go all out on them, and you gotta respect that. It's very impressive to see them play like this, and you can really tell that they were from the get-go just saying, okay, we win this with a 40-0. Anything else is considered a loss right now. And that's at least how it looked like they approached this. Now we're going into our second map in the best of 3 series, and let's see if Belgium has maybe something up their sleeves, a bit of a cheese for Alterac Pass maybe. Something on the line that they can throw against Russia here. Doesn't really seem so far, but let's see. There's Alterac. Alterac being banned out. Now another big map, obviously. Also, Junkrat was banned out instantly. My eye is again on Liming. I want to see if NanoP grabs it, if he gets a chance for that, or if instead we're having her taken away by Belgium. Russia with the ban on Rhaegar, so a bit worried about potential setups that could just focus on the camps more so than anything else. But let's see what the picks are gonna be here for them. This is another map where I could totally also see maybe Rhaegar make an appearance again. Big map in particular. And also just pressure against the boss is obviously strong too. If you go Vala with maybe an arrow build here, for example, you could get something. And immediately Abyssa. Okay, this is scary already. Zeratul, Tracer, great picks with this. Jaina, Greymane, I mean a lot of heroes that really come to mind. And if they absolutely want to cheese the shit out of this, they could go for Samuro, of course. So honestly, if I'm Belgium, I see this pick and I'm immediately terrified. I am immediately terrified. Yeah, it's actually weird. There's a lot of respect for the Russians now. Honor! Yeah, Jaina gets picked. So she gets picked away from the Abyssa composition, together with the Hansa pick here, so the damage is already secured. That means that on the ban end, we can see Russia focusing on, well, maybe the support even. They already banned out Rhaegar. They can pick their own support, ban another one out, limit the options. Or just target the offlane, which would be another one. Meridian. Oh, what the hell is going on now? Okay, so I said actually in the last game that they're not going for the meme style. I might have been wrong. There's a tiny chance that I might have been wrong a little bit. Nezebo gets picked and they go for Meridian. Alright, the spider colonies are coming. And Belgium is looking at this and they're like, wait a second, what's happening now? This is starting to become a little bit weird. Now, Belgium asked in the lobby before the draft started, hey, can you please stop speedrunning? And Russia said, okay, we'll try. So maybe this is all you have to do. The Russians are incredibly polite, and when you ask them to not stomp you, they don't, and instead pick different heroes. I mean, that could be the solution here. Greymane gets banned, so no Abyssa Greymane combo. The combo, honestly, with Abyssa and Meridian is already crazy enough, as a lot of you might know with the level 7 talent on Meridian proccing off the slows. But here comes the Ana ban. So Jaina can't be nano boosted. And let's see, Garrosh. Oh, yeah, ballsy. Look at that. Belgium decides to play it without a support. Okay, Lucio gets picked. What the fuck? Oh, that's gonna be a precision strike after the lamb to the slaughter. Okay, guys, the memes are real. The Russians said, okay, guys, let's go all in on this. Butcher with Abyssa and Belgium. I don't know if at this point you just look at the lineup and you're laughing, or you look at the lineup and you're terrified even more than if they would have picked the real composition. All direct passed, and they're going all out with this. Have fun, Lucio, dealing with that shit. ETC gets picked from off the side lane, but yeah, Lucio is gonna have some trouble with this. He has pretty much his ult and that's it. So we are going all in on this one. Russia against Belgium. They have definitely seen what France did earlier with that Gazlo, Probius and Choga, and they said, like, guys, we got one up on you. We have Nova Butchai. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Alterac Pass, map number 2. The memes are real, everybody. Russia with a comp. They go for the NA Memorial Draft. They come in and say like, the fake selection is like Colony. We play their style. Is nice, you know. Fallen down is Zebo. Renella on Abatha. We have Nano P on Nova. I'm terrified. So Ice Cream on Muradin and Immortal on the Butcher. On the right side of the map, the Belgian team with Chanel on Jaina, Acid on ETC, Camembert on Garrosh, Silesium on Hanzo, and Tikenai is playing Lucio. Yeah, it seems a bit like Russia watched the game of France with Probius, Cho'Gall, and Gazlo earlier and said, boys, we got one up on you. And they went straight in for the meme dream. So now let's see if they can actually pull this one off. I mean, honestly, this is insane. This is honestly insane. And it's insane in a way that I am actually terrified looking at this and thinking about what they could possibly do with this. Obviously, they're outclassing their opponent. And it will be more than a bit interesting to see what they can actually pull off here. Especially Nano P or Nova. This is... I mean, honestly, what at this point am I more excited to see? The performance on Nova or the performance on the Butcher? And I really don't know. So this will be an interesting one. In they go. The trap is there. The meat has been grabbed, but I love how the Butcher was just running around the zombie wall. And Zebo pretty much denied him any damage. I think the Butcher is sitting at 0, right? No, actually he got 111. So apparently he looked at someone with an evil glare and was able to get some damage through that. But that was a nice run around the zombie wall attempt by him. Oh god, can you imagine level 10 once that we have the Lamb to the Slaughter taken, or just a good zombie wall from the Zebo and Nova coming in with the precision strike? There is so much that can go on here. Well, they're currently heading straight into the... They're actually heading from lane to lane. It's Nova that is trying to see if she can maybe even snipe something here. And I gotta say that I don't think that Lucio is going to have a lot of fun with this one. Oh, okay, they missed the snipe, they missed the Stormbolt, but they're not gonna miss that camp, are they? Even the zone out now, and they steal this away, no problem. The flip against the Butcher, and Lucio is... He's alive! Oh, and they kill the Butcher. That's more than a bit unfortunate, but still. Yeah, they are going for aggression. It's actually Renella at the top on his Abathur is currently still holding the experience against this. Level 4 talents are in the hands of them a little bit quicker, thanks to the camp that they stole away. Abathur went straight in for the Adrenal Overlord after initially going for the reinforced Carapace here. Yeah, it's all about the shields at this point. And I do not in any way envy Lucio. Outside of his ult, he's gonna have such a tough time keeping his boys alive with this many burst damage dealers on the other side. And of course there's a bit of a timer on the opponent now too. Get wrecked! Oh, 49 meat stacks already. The Butcher going for it. The death against him obviously lost him some, but still, he's still looking at 50. That isn't too bad. Done with 25% of it. But I'm a bit terrified because there is a time on all of this, since once that Farlander is completing his quest talent, or well, his quest stacks on the baseline, and also gets then something set up later, they might get the kill here. They get the kill and they get the meat, but the Butcher is trapped. Nice reaction from Camembert. I like that a lot. And that actually nets him, he lost more meat than he gained here. Yeah, well done. Didn't even grab it. 3 against 2 kills, but I love how YOLO they are with this. I mean, normally if you actually play a Butcher seriously, I mean, actually you can't really play a Butcher seriously, but if you would try to play a Butcher seriously, or if you think you can play a Butcher seriously, and you don't know better, then you normally play a little bit more defensive, but so far we don't see any of that. I mean, they're going full face the entire time. They're just YOLOing in whenever they can, and do as much damage as possible here, and that Butcher has definitely a charge syndrome. Goes in every time that he can. But yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. Okay, now we have also a big problem for the team, because now we have given the axe, and that is just fantastic with Abathur. You can do a lot there. You can do a whole lot with that setup. But well, either way, especially of course after the later talents, there's already a lead on the objective that they get for now. Nozebo is still sitting at the bot lane saying like, boys, I'm just gonna deal with this, I'm gonna stack up a little bit. Butcher wants a bit of meat, and that's why they rotate between the lanes now too. Nova, on the other hand, is also moving around, trying to just get a few more snipes in. Oh, but that was good damage from Hanzo. Was well done by him. With the Abathur factor obviously still playing a role, Belgium sees their salvation in an attack. There comes the charge. Butcher in trouble again, but they're going for Garrosh. He also has a bit of a problem and might fall first, and indeed does, but Immortal is down too. The Butcher going ham in this game. Absolutely ham. Now there's toxic nests everywhere, and you can tell the problem right here. Lucius is like, I'm gonna heal you up, boys, and everybody's like, yeah, well, could you hurry a bit? They have a Nova. She has a bit of burst damage, you know? So that might become an issue. Renella also with a good position here at the bottom of the map, ensuring that he's buddy soaking with Abathur, which also gives them a slight lead in experience right now. But yeah, so far an objective hasn't been taken yet. Butcher back to 38 stacks. Yeah, he's way too aggressive here. I mean, Immortal could play this a bit safer, but obviously they're going to have a bit of fun with this. It's kind of interesting, after I just talked in the last game about how efficient they play, that they're going ham in every single game, which they did up to this point. They switch it up and start to YOLO it a little bit more. Yeah, well, Belgium is actually going for the objective right now. Butcher is doing what he does best, charging in, but in this case, stopping short before making anything happen. Minions are actually proving to be useful. Instax, here's the flip and the slide. Good setup. I like the CC combos that they have on Belgium's side. Flip on Garrosh, quick stun after that, Acid rotating in with the slide, and then Jaina with burst damage trying to supply that damage. Abathur is still soaking though, and the bot lane is completely alone, so Abathur is just soaking, soaking, and soaking, and that's a huge problem because level 10 is so close, and here comes another potential kill as they go in. The slide is true, and again Immortal gets thrown over. He hates Garrosh, I can tell you that much. No matter what else is going on here, he absolutely hates Garrosh. As I think the third kill that Belgium did get against the Butcher just because of that. And there it is! Oh! Nova with a damage attempt. Haymaker! They're pulling all of the stops here. Haymaker has been taken. I'm at this point only surprised that we're not seeing Monty from Abathur, but no monstrosity in this game. I guess double Butcher sounds a bit terrifying. Not sure if you get that, but that would be kind of fun. So yeah, he's still sitting at 33 meat stacks. It's mostly the other heroes that do the damage though. We look over to Nova, and yeah, Nova has 10,000 damage already. Hanzo on 11k, and Lucio is breathing heavily at this point because he knows this is going to be problematic. Butcher is the only one that has died in this game so far, by the way. On the blue team, that is. So all 4 deaths are against the Butcher. And Immortal is far from immortal, as you might have already gathered here. We're still looking at objective number 1, by the way. And yeah, Nazeebo is sitting bot side. Nazeebo together with Abathur, still getting a bit of value. Water Elemental is in. Butcher comes in once again. There's a precision strike. Also the ult from Lucio. And a kill against Hanzo. What is better than Butcher? Double Butcher. Alright. Fresh meat. Meat. More meat. Meat. And another quick charge attempt. This time cancelled though. I'm a little bit surprised that Immortal knows that he can cancel these charges. So far he's shown very little, or he's shown a little bit of reluctance to cancel anything here. Abathur has to be slightly careful with stage dive on ETC if he doesn't want to get flattened like a pancake. But yeah, 5 kills against 4, and they're still having fun with this, of course. Also, we have 1 more damage on Muradin. Like, he goes into a full damage build, even the level 4 talent reflecting this, going to the Reverberation. 17 stacks on his baseline. Again, the follow-up against Muradin, and the dwarf jumps out, and the Butcher is about to charge in again. Just runs away from Garrosh before he can manhandle him once more. But he has 63 stacks now. Time to lose some. That's too much meat. He can't handle all that meat, baby. Can they actually get the objective? Is Belgium gonna make that happen? That's the quest completed for Nazeebo. He's sitting at 100 stacks again, while Infection on 20 is gonna be big for him. But there's the flip. They go for the Butcher again, and he goes down. Butcher down. Precision strike, but no kill. Haymaker, and so Ice Cream falls too. Yeah, Belgium is fighting back against this. They're looking at that game, they're saying, boys, you can meme all you want. Game number 1, yeah, if you play hardcore, you crush us. But we are not going to lose against Nova, Nazeebo, and Butcher. This is just not happening. But that Nazeebo factor, they are a little bit on the clock, I'd say. There's still a lead in experience for Team Russia, but Belgium is sitting tight. Farlander runs away with Nazeebo, his gingerbread style. And again, we're looking over to player killer number 1 in the game, Nova. 18,000 damage for her. Zebo is still fine too. 103 stacks for him now. But of course, now that we're having Raiders in play, this means that all of those forwards are in trouble, and the one at the bot lane is going to fall. I mean, there's a huge conversion onto that, with Belgium using 4 players to make that work. Top side, they have to murder this away too. Immortal should be easily being able to get that. Now with level 13 talents in their hands, the Bronze Beard Rage is in. I'm talking about raging. Savage Charge. Yeah, our little Butcher here is charging a lot. We've already seen that. And they actually try to get the kill against ETC now too. But even with the precision strike, they weren't able to pick that one off. This one isn't even dead yet, so that cavalry is still doing some work. But they're moving back down, and the Butcher, you know what he wants. He wants meat! And another charge. I honestly wonder if he ever is going to complete that quest. Maybe. Maybe at some point. Muradin, it's not in reach. Can't jump and stun. Yeah, 126 stacks now for Nazebo. Farlanders is sitting there and is praying the entire time that his team is not able to finish before 20. Or the opponent for that matter. Yeah, he wants the Violent Infection. Yeah, with level 13, we now also have the Soma Transference right here. 16 would be big for him, of course, too. Can proc a few more slows then as well. But, yeah, let's see how this is panning out. Because the experience lead is still in the hands of Team Russia. Despite the fact that Belgium took structures down. And has also a slight lead in kills now. Bosses are up too, so, well, Hanzo is already moving in. Gets murdered by that boss, by the way. But there's the rotation. Nazebo isn't here yet, though. Nazebo is still doing his thing. Muradin gets jumped in. Taunt comes through, but the jump was already through as well. And the precision strike. Yeah, there's the haymaker, but still a kill against the dwarf. Farlander finally appears. Okay, there's the ult throughout. And the kill against Lucio. Nazebo making it happen. And Immortal hasn't even picked that up yet. Immortal can't get anywhere near that at this point in time, so he's instead just trying to go for the minion meat. Abathar has still started to push out the bot lane even more aggressively as all of this is happening. But yeah, Nazebo on the run with his little snowflake, trapping Come On Bear and getting some additional damage in. There's a flip, and yeah, get wrecked. He's nearly killing him solo. What the hell? The ice block. And he survives all of it. He nearly killed 3 heroes. All 3 of them are low. And he survives. And the teammates come in trying to get the kill. And they might be able to grab it. Yep. Come On Bear has got... Well, these flips, honestly. Meat, meat, more meat, or no meat. The vegan butcher, but at least they're getting the kill against Garrosh. Honestly, I think Garrosh frustrates them more than anybody else because he's always flipping them into the range of forts and keeps. But that was just awesome. There we go. Spiders everywhere, and Nazebo with the damage. Does he have top damage already? Nah, 23,000 for him, but Nova is still slightly ahead with 26k for herself. The moment when the Butcher has less damage than Lucio. More than ETC though, more than ETC. Doubling the ETC damage, hashtag worth it. Yeah, Farlander against Acid at the top lane, and Spiders are out again. Oh! That's the moment when Farlander is cursing Blizzard for not upgrading the movement speed on this one. And there's the kill. Butcher is nowhere near it, can't pick that up. 16 talents on both sides now, but again they went deep. And Nazebo's coming, the Butcher is on the way. What's better than Muradin? Double Muradin. 2 dwarfs are better than 1. And here's the Butcher again, and he wants meat. And he gets some meat. 92. And gets thrown in again. Oh, he's just salty. 30 HP here. But yeah, the Butcher is just salty and really hates Garrosh. But look at the stacks from Nazebo. 153 already for him. Really good setup. Very, very good setup. And I mean, with this, obviously, he is also starting to really increase his hit point and his mana pool. He's already sitting at 4,800 HP. If you compare that to Muradin, Muradin is sitting at 5,400. So at some point, we're going to have main tank Nazebo in this game. Well, it's going to happen eventually at the rate that he's doing this. Actually, he's sitting already at 6k. So, yep, there we go. Soul Harvest makes it possible. So with a good Soul Harvest, he is even ahead of the main tank in this one. But yeah, still a little bit of a check at the boss, as we just saw. And right now, it's all about the objective again. It's 9 kills against 9. Level 16 talents also give us the Dwarf launch. Zebo. Abatha actually going into the volatile mutation over here. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, that is definitely not what I expected on 16. But okay. ETC is taking the top 4 down. But that level 20 talent is coming closer and closer, and then the Violent Infection is going to do a whole lot of work. So Nazebo is already starting to crush them before level 20 even comes in. Once he has a Violent Infection, I think it's going to become worse. Kill attempt at the top, and I mean, there's no kill like overkill. Down goes ETC, and the Butcher's actually crossed over into the 100 stacks. Double Butcher, and yep, there's Farlander again. For just a second, Lucio pokes his head out and says like, okay guys, I got him. And then he's like, well, maybe last time I died, I probably should have walked away from this one. Okay, there's another kill attempt, and finally Garrosh goes down. Butcher's going to be happy about this one. And that puts him at 120 stacks. Is he actually going to complete this? Is he eventually going to complete that talent? He might. He honestly might. Oh, the Stormbolt doesn't connect though. But they're starting to get the objective here. Hanzo down, and the Butcher once more. Ice block, bitch! Still taken. Still taken. Lucio wants the kill. Wants to boop it back in. Not so easily. 166 stacks. I love how he denied that kill initially. That was perfect. But yeah, we are closing in on a completed talent. And Nazebo is sitting at 195 stacks. 195 for him already. And this time, it's the cavalry. Cavalry is coming out. Muradin is just haymakering his way to oblivion the entire game as it continues. And Farlander, where's he sitting at? Yeah, 6,700 with 5 stacks on the Soul Harvest. Yeah. Quick comparison, Muradin is currently at 5,800. So yeah, with Soul Harvest at least we have main tank Nazebo in game. 211 stacks for him already. Yeah, he is going to crush on 20. He is already top damage in the game. I mean, already at this point, he is top damage. And any second now, he's going to get his level 20 upgrade. And then he's just going to absolutely murder. Doesn't really matter if the Butcher completes his quest at any point. But yeah, 34,000 right now. And let's see what else he can pull off. They're already going for the Admiral Akbar move right there. It's a trap! Yeah, well, there's also a lot of vision, though. Vile Infection, yeah. 150,000 siege damage nearly. And now this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. Alrighty. Nazebo for the win, baby. Keep in mind, stage dive is also ready, so they could actually stage dive into the back here. And Nazebo with the wall. Nazebo with the damage. And precision strike. Nice ult from Lucio, but not enough to save Garrosh. And there's the lamb to the slaughter into slaughterhouse move. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Butcher completes his quest, is immediately on 220. If he picks the last one up, and I think they can go for core here, and it seems like they're going to. Farlander is a little bit salty because he wanted to get more damage out, didn't really get an opportunity to use the Vile Infection to its hard content. Can they take it down? There's still 2 armor shields on this bad boy, but that should be it. Team Russia, they take the victory, ladies and gentlemen, as it seems. At least if Farlander has anything to say about that, they even get the kill against ETC, don't they? Yeah, Acid goes down, and that's that. So Nova, Butcher, and Nazebo have a 100% win rate in the Nations Cup, as well as Cho'Gall, Probius, and Gazlo. GG, and well played. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.